Welcome, my dear children. This is Smita, your social science teacher. Hope you all are doing well at home and hope to see you soon. Today, I am here to begin the very first chapter in history, how, when and where. Before that, let us recall what we have studied in class 6 history and class 7 history. In class 6, we learned about early men, how they lived in forest, how they become hunters and gatherers. And after that, we studied the formation of various civilizations, then kingdoms and empires. That is, in class 6, we studied history starting from Paleolithic age to around 700 AD. When moving on to class 7, we discuss history starting from 700 AD to 1700 AD. In these 1000 years of history, we have seen a lot of kingdoms, empires, dynasties, rulers like Delhi Sultans, Mughals, etc. And after that, the invasion of British East India Company to India. I hope everyone remembers. So that means we discussed ancient history of India in class 6, medieval history of India in class 7, and now we are going to discuss modern history in class 8. So let us discuss the first topic, how important are dates? How important are dates? See, under this chapter, we will develop a kind of idea to why we study history and why it is considered crucial and critical to understand the key happenings in the history of India. See, we must know that a date becomes important if the event associated with it is significant in some way for us. For example, birthday. If I ask your birthday, you might remember it well. But let us take another of your classmate, and if I ask him your birthday, will he be able to answer? Probably, if he or she is your close friend, then he or she will answer the question. If it is not, it will be challenging for him to answer. So similar things comes to your mind. Why to remember when Akbar was born, when the Battle of Panipat was held, and so on. That is, previously history was considered unconfined only to the dimensions of when the things happened. Now we are moving forward a step ahead and considering how and what happens under history. That means how they existed in the past and how they are in the present. So, we are trying to connect a link between what was before and what is after. That is why here in class 8, we are studying the modern period of India from the middle of 18th century to the present time. Now let us move on to the second topic. How do we choose dates? See, for example, the British wanted that their conquest of India, their policies and achievements should be the focus of history of modern India. So the dates they chose means the historians chose, began with the rules of their first Governor General, Warren Hastings, and ended with the last Viceroy, Lord Mountbatten. Here you can see Warren Hastings and here Lord Mountbatten. See, as a consequence, in 1817, James Stuart Mill, a Scottish economist and political philosopher, wrote a massive work, A History of British India. In his book, he divided Indian history into 3 periods: Hindu, Muslim and British. And it continued to be accepted till India became independent. Do you think that the division was the right one? If the answer is no, then why? This division was on the basis of religion. And it was wrong, as all religions have coexisted everywhere in this soil, irrespective of the religion of rulers. That means whether it was a Hindu ruler or Muslim ruler. So that is what now Indian history has been divided into 3 periods: ancient, medieval and modern. Ancient history of India, which we have studied in class 6, medieval India, which we have studied in class 7, and the modern period we have to study this year. But this division too has its problems. Why? Because it is borrowed from the West, where modern period was associated with science, reason, democracy, liberty and equality. But India has none of those in the British rule. As we shall see in this textbook, under British rule, people did not have equality, freedom or liberty. So therefore, many historians refer to this period as colonial. Yes, colonial. What is colonial? What is meant by colonialism? Obviously, it is a new term to all of you. See, I have already told you, you will come to know about the way the British came to India, established their rule, subjugating local kings. And you will see how they controlled the economy and society, collected revenue to meet their expenses, bought the goods they wanted at low price, produced crops they needed for export, and the after effects. The after effects means the nationalist movements, and then in 1947 our independence. So that is, we can say that colonialism means it is essentially a system of direct political, economical and cultural intervention and hegemony by a powerful country over a weaker one. That means colonizing nations generally dominate the resources, labor and markets of the colonial territory. So that is why the historians refer this period as colonial period. This period means the modern period as colonial period. So let us conclude here. So before that, let's recall what we have discussed today. Firstly, we discussed the importance of dates in history. Then the choosing of dates, and thirdly the divisions made by various historians, and lastly the new term colonialism. I hope you all got the textbook, so go through the textbook, read it very well. If you don't have it, then you can download it from the internet. So here is one assignment for you. Try to answer these questions. Write it down in your notebook. The first question, define the word history. Second one, what are the events that are usually recorded in history books? Third one, what did British historians in India write about? Then fourth one, why is it important to have dates or time frames while writing history? The fifth one, why did James Mill divide Hindu, Muslim and British period in his book, The History of British India? Okay, then try to answer these questions. So we will continue the chapter in the next session. Till then, goodbye, have a good day and thank you.